Welcome back to Hey Kentucky. You know, one of the most anticipated events that the Kentucky Wildcats will participate in this year is the Classic out in Las Vegas, where they're going to face two teams, and one of them with a very familiar face as the head coach. Ohio State's Chris Holtmann joins us now from Columbus, the Jessamine County native. We appreciate you joining us here on Hey Kentucky.
It's great being with you. Thank you for having me.
So talk about your Kentucky roots a little bit. You were there when it was still Jessamine County High School. It hadn't even been split to East and West yet.
Yeah, no, I've got obviously terrific memories. That's home for me. It still is my hometown and home for my mom and dad that live there. And you know, they bleed scarlet and gray, but they also bleed blue and white, and follow both programs really closely. You know, grew up in Lexington, was born in Cincinnati, but spent most of my life in Lexington, and then moved to Nicholsville, Jessamine County. Start of my freshman year of high school, and actually sophomore year of high school, and you know, just a lot of fond memories. You're dating me when you say it was one school at that time, because it's been two schools, I guess, for a while now, but that is the case. It was just one school at the time, and we had a lot of great memories from our senior year.
Now, obviously, we all know this area is basketball crazy. So who did you grow up loving as players or as coaches?
You know, everybody really in the Kentucky program. Kyle Macy was my boyhood idol and the one that I followed closely. And if you remember those teams, I'll never forget my mom saw Sam Bowie and Melvin Turpin on the corner of a street in Lexington, went and got their autograph, brought it back to me, and you know, I was set for like the next 6 months. I was on cloud nine. I don't follow the program quite as closely now because of, you know, you're running your own program from being at Butler to Ohio State now, but have tremendous respect for what Coach Cal has done. I don't think that God could have created a more perfect basketball coach at the University of Kentucky than Coach Cal. It's amazing the things he's done with the program.
Well, speaking of Cal, you're going to be across the gym from him on December 21st out in Las Vegas. I know you've got a lot of games before then, but that certainly has to be a matchup that you and your players and your fans are looking forward to.
You know, Kentucky's one of those programs that obviously is kind of a standard bearer in college basketball, and I think they're certainly one of the very few blue bloods in the sport. Anytime you have an opportunity to compete against them, you know, you look forward to it. Having said that, as you said, as a coach, it's so far down the road for us and for our program and for them as well. I know they have an outstanding team and have a tremendous opportunity this year to do what they do every year, and that is compete for a national championship. So we've got a lot of work to do between now and then, a lot of time between now and then, but it's always a great event.
We're used to here in Lexington and in Kentucky, I was watching a very young team. You've got some young guys that should contribute quite a bit this year. Talk to me a little bit about what you like about your group as we get ready to start the season here.
You know, a lot of things. I think that it's the youngest team that I've ever coached and our coaching staff has ever coached. And I probably should dial up Coach Cal and figure out how it's done, right? Because he's seemingly able to take a young team and compete for championships every year. I think we have 7 guys that are freshmen, sophomores, 8, 9 guys that are in their first year with our program. So that's a lot when you're competing at the high major level. It's always nice when you have young guys that you're counting on to have an impact early in their career.
Hey, I need some intel. How good is Louisville?
Yeah. Oh, you know, we had a pinky swear that we wouldn't share secrets from the program. So as much as I grew up, you know, in that state, right, you're one or the other. You're either a Kentucky fan or a Louisville fan. And I think it's no secret the fan that I was. So even though my loyalties stand with one particular program in that state, all I will tell you is they're good. They're talented. They were a little banged up when we scrimmaged them. It will be another outstanding game there And that's what I think Kentucky fans and the Louisville fans want is an incredible game to watch. And it's a great rivalry.
Yeah, it's one of those rivalries that you just can't beat. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you down the road in Las Vegas.
I'm looking forward to it and appreciate your time. Good luck to you guys.
All right, thank you so much. Ohio State head coach Chris Holtmann here on Hey Kentucky. Stay with us. We'll be right back.